All right, welcome to the Explainer. So, OpenAI just dropped a bombshell that's way more than just a simple tech update. Honestly, it's a peek into a future where we can create, communicate, and maybe even simulate reality itself. Let's break it all down.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if you could actually do that? Well, OpenAI just launched something that aims to let you do exactly that. And it's not some complicated standalone tool. No, it's built right into a brand new social app that's designed to completely change how we create and connect online.
So, on September 30th, the big news wasn't just another AI model. The centerpiece was a new social app for iOS called simply Sora. And this is where all that advanced tech actually gets into our hands. Now, forget about just passively scrolling through a feed. Sora is built from the ground up around co-creation. The whole point is to make things with other people, not just sit there and consume content by yourself. And here's the app's killer feature, something OpenAI is calling cameos. This is the core idea, right? You create this verified, super high-quality digital version of yourself, and you can literally just drop it into any scene, any world that Sora can dream up. Okay, so what's the magic behind all this? What's the engine making it all possible? Well, it's called Sora 2, and the leap it represents is what makes this whole app experience even work. Let's get into the tech.
OpenAI uses a really powerful analogy here. Think about it like this. If the first Sora was kind of the GPT-1 moment for video, the first time it really started to work but was still a little wonky, then Sora 2 is the GPT 3.5 moment. This isn't some small update. We're talking about a massive leap from a blurry proof of concept to a tool that can generate coherent, physically believable scenes.
And here's what that really means. It's a crucial difference. Sora 2 gets the physical world on a much deeper level. You see, older models, they would often they'd cheat to satisfy the prompt. With Sora 2, if you ask for a missed basketball shot, it knows the ball has to obey gravity. It's got to bounce off the rim realistically. It simulates reality better because it understands that, hey, things don't always go according to plan. This is just a perfect example of the insane level of control we're talking about. It's not just, cutting and pasting a cat onto a skater's head. The model is actually simulating the physics of it. Like, how would that cat have to balance? How would its weight totally change the skater's spin during a triple axel? It's this mind-bending mix of pure imagination and hard physics. And it's not just about these single, crazy moments either. It can handle these really complex, multi-shot instructions while keeping the whole world consistent. You get the same lighting, the same characters, the same medieval vibe across an entire sequence. That makes it an incredibly powerful tool for real cinematic storytelling. This one really drives the point home. It's not just about what things look like, it's about the physics. The model actually understands how momentum, the board's stiffness, and the water's buoyancy all play together to create a scene that just feels real. That is a gigantic leap forward. Okay, so let's connect all this powerful tech back to you, the user. How does this super sophisticated world simulator actually become a personal tool for you with that cameo feature? The setup process? They designed it to be really simple, but also super secure. You do this one-time recording, right, to capture your face and your voice, you verify who you are, and bam, your cameo is good to go. And here's the most important part. You are always in control. You decide who gets to use it and where it can show up, period. Now, the goal here is way bigger than just making fun videos. OpenAI really sees this as the next logical step in how we communicate. I mean, think about it. We went from text to photos to emojis and GIFs. This is being pitched as this brand new, incredibly expressive way to hang out and talk with your friends. But of course, with tech this powerful, you have to ask, what about misuse? That's a huge concern, and OpenAI knows it, so they're trying to get ahead of it. Let's take a look at the guardrails they've built in right from the start. So they're really attacking safety from a bunch of different angles. For starters, you can literally tell your feed what you want to see, just using plain English. There are specific protections for younger users, like teens. You have total end-to-end control over your own personal cameo. And they're starting with an invite-only rollout, trying to build a community from the ground up with real friends. And they'll have actual human moderators looking at things like bullying. This quote really gets to the heart of their whole design philosophy. The goal isn't just to glue you to your screen for hours. Instead, the feed is designed to show you stuff that makes you go, hey, I want to make something too. It's a really deliberate move away from that endless consumption model we see on so many other platforms.
So, what's the big picture here? Why does any of this matter beyond making some funny videos with your friends? Well, the answer really lies in OpenAI's long-term mission. At the end of the day, this isn't just about making cool videos. That's kind of the first step, the stepping stone. The real long-term goal is to build an AI that can deeply understand and accurately simulate our physical world. And that's a tool that could be used for way, way more than just entertainment. And this quote right here, it just captures the massive scale of OpenAI's vision. They believe that building these general-purpose world simulators won't just be a small improvement. They think it'll be a truly transformative event for humanity, something that could fundamentally reshape society and speed up progress in everything from science to engineering. Which, brings us to the final question. As tools like this become something we can all use, that line between our imagination and our reality, it's about to get incredibly blurry. The power to simulate pretty much anything is just over the horizon, and we are just now getting the very first glimpse of what that future is going to look like.